My beloved soul, pause for a breath and lean in, because what you are about to hear is not something that arrives by coincidence. You did not open this message by luck, by accident, or by a passing curiosity. No, this moment was arranged long before you realized it. And yes, stay with me, because something enormous is waiting for you as these words unfold. Archangel Michael is whispering into your spirit right now. He says that a great measure of abundance, more than you ever expected, more than you ever dared to imagine, has already been assigned to your destiny. But the release of that abundance depends on this moment of readiness. It depends on your heart being open today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Don't scroll, don't drift. Stay with me, because if you stay through this message, you will see the shift that has been waiting behind the veil for so long. Imagine this. There is a heavenly vault, carved with your name in shimmering letters, overflowing with blessings so wide and deep that no earthly vault could ever contain them. A key is hovering in front of you right now, glowing like molten gold, but the key only turns when your heart is open, fully, expectantly, sincerely. Stay with me. Something bigger is coming. For years you have carried unanswered questions in your chest. You have wondered if heaven was silent, if destiny forgot you, if the universe somehow misplaced your name. But here you are, reading these words, because the time to answer those questions has finally arrived. And heaven has marked 10 December, as the moment everything begins to shift. This is not just a date on a calendar. This is not simply another sunrise and sunset. This is a divine checkpoint, the day heaven circled in radiant ink as the moment your life steps into a new rhythm. Archangel Michael is not whispering for your curiosity. He is declaring your release. Don't skip. Something huge is unfolding. Think of the tears you cried in silence, the ones nobody noticed, the ones you didn't speak about. Every single one was gathered by heaven like precious pearls. None of them went unseen. None of them were wasted. They built the momentum that leads to what you are about to step into. This is the moment when the gates open. This is the hour when your empty hands begin to overflow. This is the season when what was withheld, delayed, or slowed by resistance is suddenly cleared out of your way. You are standing at the threshold of something life-altering. But it requires your attention. Stay. Don't scroll away. You are moments from revelation. Archangel Michael says the abundance assigned to you is not merely numbers or financial gain. It is proof. Proof that heaven listened. Proof that your suffering held purpose. Proof that your journey of endurance is recognized in the highest courts of light. But if you treat this lightly, if you allow distractions to pull you away, the moment may pass without unlocking what was meant for you. That is why this moment is sacred. That is why he says, open your heart now. Because what is hidden is about to be revealed. What was buried is about to rise. What was delayed is about to be delivered. Picture a heavenly table prepared with documents sealed in gold. One of those documents is glowing brighter than all the others. Angels gather around it. They speak your name. And the seal breaks only when your spirit becomes receptive. Stay with me. Every word pulls the blessing closer. Can you sense it? The air around you feels different because heaven is leaning close. Archangel Michael is preparing to cut away every delay, every blockade, every unseen force that interfered with your blessing. As he lifts his sword, the doors of your destiny swing open one hinge at a time. Something powerful is shifting. Something destined is approaching. Something that belongs only to you is moving into place. Don't skip. Stay until the end of this part. Something huge awaits. Beloved soul, before you continue, breathe in deeply. Let your spirit settle. Because as you read this, heaven continues to align things around you in ways you cannot yet see. And yes, stay with me, because every sentence draws the miracle closer. Archangel Michael stands beside you, guarding the pathway of your destiny, with a brilliance brighter than sunlight. He says that the wealth written for you has been waiting, stored carefully, protected fiercely, preserved entirely until this moment. But listen closely, this blessing is not only a matter of finance. It is a sign, a revelation, a declaration from heaven that you are not forgotten. Stay. Don't scroll. Something more is coming. There were seasons when you felt overlooked, when the world passed you by as if you were invisible. You gave more than you had. You loved deeper than you should have. You endured storms that would have broken others, yet you walked through them with a fragile but faithful heart. Heaven recorded all of it. Your kindness, your sacrifices, your silent endurance. Nothing slipped through the cracks of divine memory. That is why 10 December was chosen. Not to tease you, not to test you, but to reveal the reward accumulated through years of unseen goodness. Think of a golden hallway lined with doors, each door representing a chapter of your destiny. You walk slowly, hearing the echo of your footsteps. Most doors remain quiet, but one door glows so intensely that you can feel its warmth from a distance. You lean closer, and your name shines above it. This is the door to your abundance. This is the door to your restoration. This is the door that opens only through awareness, readiness, and faith. Stay with me. You are closer than you think. Archangel Michael raises his sword, and every delay that clung to your life begins to crumble. Blockages break. Obstacles collapse. Invisible chains fall at your feet. The path in front of you becomes clear as crystal. And then it begins. A river of blessing starts to flow toward you, building strength with every moment you remain attentive. What was once a trickle becomes a surge. What was once delayed becomes unstoppable. Don't let distractions steal this moment. Don't let doubt interfere with what heaven is releasing. Don't scroll away. Your presence here is unlocking the flood. There is a divine law at work. Attention opens doors. Faith breaks seals. Presence invites abundance. You are not reading words. You are participating in destiny, and heaven is still speaking. Angels gather around a celestial courtroom. Your name is spoken with reverence. A verdict of blessing is issued. Approval is stamped. Release is commanded. But the blessing enters your life only when you stay aligned with the message that delivers it. Stay. Something massive is moments away. Imagine this vision. A scroll glowing with radiant fire is lifted by Archangel Michael. On its surface, written in letters of living light, are promises meant only for you. As he unrolls it, sparks of blessing scatter into the air like shooting stars. He reads aloud words you have been waiting your whole life to hear. You are remembered. You are chosen. You are ready. Your heart begins to shift. The atmosphere around you changes. Something unseen begins to rearrange itself in your favor. Not later, not eventually. Now. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for from the beginning. This is when the tide turns. This is when your story shifts. This is when the impossible begins to take shape. Don't skip. Stay to the end of this part. Your blessing is drawing nearer. Beloved child, stay with me now because this part carries a deeper unveiling. Heaven is leaning closer than ever. Every time your eyes remain on these words, the blessing aligns more firmly with your life. Archangel Michael stands at the gateway of your future with fierce protection. His wings stretch wide, shielding the abundance destined for you. He says the treasury of heaven has already released what bears your name, and now it is traveling toward you. But the gift is sensitive. It responds to faith. It moves with attention. It arrives through readiness. Don't scroll. Something incredible is unfolding. Think about all the seasons when you wondered if your efforts mattered, when you planted seeds of kindness, generosity, and love without receiving anything in return. Perhaps you believed heaven had overlooked your silent sacrifices, but heaven never overlooks the faithful. And that is why 10 December glows like a torch in your destiny. It is marked as the turning point, the unlocking, the release. Picture this vivid vision. A golden door taller than mountains stands before you. For years it remained sealed. You pushed, you prayed, you waited, but it would not move. But right now, as you remain here, you hear the sound of a lock shifting. Click, then another, click. The hinges groan, and the door begins to open. Behind it lies more than money. There is peace waiting for you, joy overflowing for you, restoration woven with your name, and opportunities that were once hidden in shadow. Stay with me. The door opens wider with every moment you remain present. Archangel Michael announces that the blessing meant for you was delayed, yes, but it was never denied. Forces tried to bury it. Circumstances tried to stall it. People tried to ignore your worth. But a blessing written by heaven cannot be erased by earth. The abundance is coming to silence every doubt surrounding your name. It will correct every lie spoken against you. It will elevate you beyond past limitations. But it requires your heart to remain engaged in this divine moment. Don't skip, don't drift. You are unlocking the blessing by staying. Imagine angels carrying golden envelopes, each glowing with destiny. Thousands pass by, but one angel stops in front of you. He holds an envelope sealed in radiant light. The moment he speaks your name, the seal begins to crack. You are so close that heaven is urging you not to look away. Stay. Something massive is being positioned in your favor. Archangel Michael lifts his sword toward the sky. Bolts of light cascade from the heavens, striking away anything that once interfered with your breakthrough. And then you see it. A river of abundance rushing toward you. Not in hesitation, not in fragments, but in overwhelming fullness. Every second you remain here strengthens the flow. You may feel the shift inside you already. A warmth, a stirring, a sudden sense of clarity or alignment. That is the sign that the blessing is approaching. Stay with me. Your story is changing even now. Heaven is preparing a banquet table in your honor. Seats are filled. Angels gather. A crown rests on the table, shining with your future written on it. And above everything rests a scroll marked 10 December. Release. This is not fantasy. This is destiny. And you are stepping into it with every breath. Don't miss this moment. Don't look away. You are being carried into the chapter you have prayed for. Stay till the end. Your blessing is on the threshold. Beloved soul, listen even more closely now. Heaven is revealing mysteries that have been hidden for years. This is the section where the veil thins, and you begin to understand why your path unfolded the way it did. Archangel Michael says with great urgency that the treasures written for you are nearer than your next breath. He pleads that you do not look away, because the blessing responds to presence. Stay with me. Your breakthrough is aligning right now. Think back to the hardest chapters of your life. The nights you cried alone. The days you felt invisible. The moments you wondered if anyone cared. Those moments were not pointless. They were planting seeds. Seeds that heaven vowed to water. Seeds that were recorded in eternal archives. And now on 10 December, those seeds finally break open. Imagine a divine courtroom bathed in pure light. Angels stand as witnesses. A scroll with your name is brought forward. The judge nods, and a seal of approval is pressed into the parchment with a burst of golden fire. This approval is your release. Your abundance is not a maybe, it is not a possibility, it is a verdict. But heaven requires your attention to activate the manifestation. Don't scroll. Something enormous is unfolding in your favor. Picture another vision, a library that stretches into eternity. Each book contains the story of a soul. Angels pull down the volume with your name. The first chapters are full of the battles you survived, the storms you fought, the loneliness you carried, but the next chapter begins to glow. Its title is written in brilliant letters. 10 December, Abundance Awakens. This is the chapter you are stepping into right now. Stay with me. Every line draws you deeper into the promise. Archangel Michael lifts a chest sealed with holy fire. This chest contains wealth, opportunities, healing, and restoration. As he approaches you, the fire begins to fade. The lock melts away. The lid begins to open. Inside is not only financial blessing but the return of everything you thought was lost forever. Relationships, peace, confidence, stability, joy. This blessing restores what was broken and multiplies what remains. But the opening of the chest depends on your engagement in this moment. Stay. Don't drift. The blessing is unlocking. The heavens are alive with movement. Trumpets sound your name. Light pours through the sky like cascading rivers. Angels rush forward carrying treasures wrapped in golden silk. Their joy is radiant, because what belongs to you is finally being released. Archangel Michael turns to you and says, "You are chosen. You are remembered. You are ready." And suddenly, everything begins to align. Doors that were closed swing open. Paths hidden in darkness become clear. Opportunities long delayed emerge all at once. This is the transformation. This is the shift. This is your moment. But stay, beloved. Don't scroll away. Every second you remain strengthens the manifestation. A vault in heaven trembles as its locks break open. Light bursts out. Inside are treasures meant only for one person, you. Angels chant your name as the vault releases its contents. The flow of abundance becomes unstoppable. Stay until the end. Your miracle is almost in your hand. My beloved child, you have reached the final part, but the message is still alive, still moving, still releasing what was meant for you from the beginning. Heaven is not closing its doors. It is opening them wider. Archangel Michael stands before you with a scroll burning in holy fire. He says, "Do not skip. Do not look away. What you have been waiting for is touching your life now. Stay with me. Your final confirmation is moments ahead." Think back one more time to every season you survived. The heartbreak, the disappointments, the betrayals, the uncertainty. None of it was meaningless. You were being shaped, strengthened, prepared. And now heaven declares your preparation complete. 10 December is not the beginning of your blessing. It is the confirmation of what has already been set in motion. Picture a massive waterfall of light exploding from above, crashing toward you not with destruction but with blessing. The light pours into your life, filling every empty place, healing every broken corner, restoring every part of your spirit that was weary. This is not a single blessing. This is an era, a new chapter, a shift in your entire life story. But stay with me, your heart must remain open to receive it fully. Archangel Michael reveals a vision. You stand in a garden planted by heaven itself. Trees bend toward you. Flowers open at your feet. Every path leads to abundance. This is your future. Overflow is your portion. Provision is your new normal. The money is simply the sign of a much greater truth. You are chosen. You are seen. You are remembered. You are loved. Stay. Something final and magnificent is about to be spoken. The heavens open wider. Trumpets sound your name. Angels gather in celebration. A banquet table extends into eternity with one seat shining brighter than all the rest. Your seat. On the table lies a crown that carries your future, a cup overflowing with favor, and a scroll sealed with living fire. When you touch it, the seal dissolves. Inside are the words heaven wrote for you long ago. You will rise, you will receive, you will overflow. This is the covenant. This is the promise. This is the fulfillment. But it requires your faith, your attention, your presence. Stay until the final line. Your blessing responds to your engagement. Archangel Michael lifts his sword and commands the gates of abundance to open fully. The sound echoes through the realms, The gates swing wide, releasing everything meant for you: money, opportunity, restoration, peace, elevation, joy, recognition. You step forward and feel the shift, the warmth, the certainty that what was written in heaven has finally reached earth. This is your moment. This is your confirmation. This is your release. Do not doubt what you feel. Do not question what you sense. Heaven is speaking directly to you. 10 December is the day your abundance aligns with your life. Stay with me for one last breath. Because the final truth is this: something huge has been waiting for you, and now it is yours. Beloved soul, lean in once more, because heaven is still unveiling what has been held back for far too long. You may think the blessing has reached its fullest already, but Archangel Michael says the outpouring has only just begun. What is unfolding now is the continuation of a divine story written specifically for you. Don't scroll. Stay with me. What comes next is even greater. There are moments in life when heaven pauses everything else just to focus on one person. That person, right now, is you. You did not attract this moment by chance. You arrived because the time written for your release has aligned with your spirit. And yes, it is no coincidence that heaven carved 10 December into your destiny. That date is not a simple marker. It is a spiritual ignition point. Picture this: a celestial staircase stretches upward, carved from shimmering light. Angels descended, carrying gifts in their hands, gifts wrapped in golden cloth and sealed with symbols, glowing like molten fire. One angel carries something heavier than all the others. In his hands is a chest, brimming with your divine inheritance. He walks directly toward you. But the chest does not open automatically. It opens when your heart is fully awake, fully present, fully receptive. Stay. Don't look away. The key is in your attention. Archangel Michael has been guarding your path, standing between you and the forces that tried to halt your progress. He watched the moments when you felt lost, when you felt abandoned, when you questioned whether destiny truly held a place for you. But he also watched you rise. He watched you keep going. He watched you stay kind in seasons where harshness would have been easier. That is why the blessing assigned to you is different. It is not a random reward. It is a recognition. Heaven honors the souls who endured their storms with grace, and you, beloved, are one of those souls. Imagine a massive river flowing toward you. Its water glows like liquid sunlight. Every second you remain here, the river grows wider and stronger. It carries wealth, yes, but also healing, relationships, opportunities and clarity. It carries the solutions you prayed for. It carries the peace you thought you'd never feel again. Don't skip. The river is moving because you are still here. You may wonder why heaven requires your attention. Here is the truth. Presence is alignment. Alignment is permission. Permission is manifestation. You are not reading words. You are participating in divine alignment. Archangel Michael lifts a scroll and speaks your name with reverence. The scroll unrolls, revealing a map of your future. For the first time, the map is clear. The delays that once blurred your path have been removed. The detours that confused you have been erased. Only clarity remains. He says, the chosen one must not turn away, for what is coming is the fulfillment of what was promised. Stay, beloved. Stay a little longer. You are closer than ever. Picture the courts of heaven coming alive with movement. The sound of wings, the echoes of trumpets, the murmurs of angels announcing, "It is time." Golden gates begin to open, slowly at first, then suddenly with power. As they open, a wave of blessing surges forward with unstoppable force. This wave is for you. It has your name in its current. It carries the abundance marked for 10 December, your release day. You may feel a warmth rise in your chest. You may feel a calm settle over you. You may feel an inner knowing that something has shifted. That is not imagination. That is spiritual confirmation. Heaven is touching your timeline. Don't scroll. Don't drift. Something immense is being placed into your life. As this part draws to its final lines, hear this with your full spirit. You are stepping into an era of overflow. You are moving into the chapter where promises become reality. You are walking into the season where lack cannot follow, but it begins now. With your focus, your faith, and your presence in this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is still rising for you. Beloved child, the heavens have not finished speaking. With every part you've read, new gates have opened. But Archangel Michael says the blessing is layered, each layer deeper, richer, and more extraordinary than the last. This part reveals another layer, one hidden beneath everything you've seen so far. Stay with me. This part carries a secret meant only for the chosen. There is an ancient law in the spiritual realm. What is written in destiny cannot be stolen. It can be delayed, it can be resisted, but it can never be erased. And that is why your blessing has circled back, stronger than before, arriving with the force of heaven behind it. On 10 December, a portal of alignment was opened. It wasn't a symbolic moment. It was a cosmic release, a shift in the fabric of your life, a spiritual signature declaring, "It is time." Imagine a sky filled with golden threads stretching in every direction. Each thread represents a timeline, a possibility, a divine outcome. Suddenly, one thread begins to glow brighter than all the others. Angels gather around it. They pull it downward, weaving it into your life. This glowing thread is your new path, the path of restoration, of abundance, of elevation. Stay. Don't scroll. The weaving is happening right now. Archangel Michael steps forward holding a lantern carved from pure light. Inside the lantern is a flame that never dies. He lifts it toward you, and the flame reveals the truth. You are never forgotten. You are never overlooked. You are never abandoned. Heaven was preparing the blessing you were brave enough to wait for. Think of the times when nothing made sense, the opportunities that slipped away, the people who walked out, the doors that closed abruptly. You thought you were losing, but heaven was positioning you. The losses were rerouting you toward the life you were meant to receive. And now, standing in front of you is the reward for every tear, every prayer, every act of faith. Don't skip. You are receiving what your past built. Picture this next vision. A massive wheel of light rotating slowly above you. Every rotation represents a cycle of your life. Some cycles were filled with struggle, some with waiting, some with confusion. But now the wheel reaches a new section, one glowing with gold. Heaven announces the shift of seasons. You have turned the page. You have entered the golden cycle. This is where everything begins to multiply. Archangel Michael raises his sword, and lightning cracks across the sky, not to frighten you, but to sever every chain still clinging to your destiny. You feel something release, something loosen, something lift off your spirit. That release is real. It is the mark of a final barrier falling away. Stay. A deeper revelation is unfolding. Heaven opens a vault larger than mountains. Inside are containers of blessing labeled with different parts of your life. Financial overflow, emotional healing, restoration of what was lost, divine opportunities, new relationships, protection, and one container glows brighter than all the rest, acceleration. This is the blessing that makes things move quickly. Sudden breakthroughs, unexpected calls, doors opening without warning. This blessing is now active in your life because you remain present. Stay, beloved soul. You are not done receiving. Archangel Michael says, you have stepped into the season where what once took years will now take moments. Feel that truth. Let it sink into your spirit. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not in the season you were in last year. You are not walking the path you once feared. You are aligned with abundance. You are aligned with destiny. You are aligned with heaven's timing. Stay till the end. Another wave of blessing is about to be released. Beloved one, welcome to the final extension of your message. If you are still here, it is because your spirit recognizes the truth hidden within these words. You did not stay by accident. You stayed because your destiny pulled you here. Archangel Michael is ready to reveal the final layer, the deepest truth, the core of your blessing. Don't scroll. This part is the heart of your breakthrough. Picture yourself standing in a wide field beneath a sky shimmering with celestial light. The air hums with energy. The ground beneath your feet is warm, alive, vibrating with divine intention. A wind begins to blow, not a natural wind, but a spiritual one. It wraps around you like a cloak, filling you with peace. This is the wind of activation. Heaven releases it only when the moment is right, and the moment is now. 10 December marked the activation of your abundance. But that activation does not fade. It expands, it intensifies, it grows each time you align with heaven's message. Archangel Michael steps into the field holding a staff carved from crystal. At the top of the staff is a spherical orb swirling with golden clouds. He touches the ground with it, and the earth ripples outward like water. As the ripples move, seeds buried deep beneath the soil begin to break open. These seeds represent everything you invested emotionally, spiritually, and materially. Every dream, every hope, every silent prayer. They are sprouting now. They are rising now. They are blooming now. Stay. Don't look away. The harvest begins with your attention. You may feel the air around you shift. You may sense a warmth spreading through your chest. This is not imagination. This is alignment. When heaven moves, the body feels it. The spirit senses it. The heart recognizes it. Archangel Michael speaks. You are stepping into a season where the blessings that bypassed you will now find you, where the opportunities that slipped away will return, where the doors that were closed will open without effort. This is divine recompense. This is holy restoration. This is spiritual justice. Stay with me. You are not finished receiving. Picture another vision. A massive bridge made of light stretches ahead. Beneath it flows a river of abundance. As you step onto the bridge, it lights up beneath your feet, one plank at a time. Each step represents a promise being fulfilled. Each light represents a blessing being released. You walk confidently because heaven is guiding your steps. This bridge leads to the life meant for you, not the life you settled for, not the one limited by fear, but the one crafted with divine precision. Above the bridge floats a banner that reads, 10 December, Divine Realignment. This is your season of returning to the path meant for you from the beginning. Don't scroll. The realignment is happening as you read. Archangel Michael opens a final chest, a chest filled with light so bright it illuminates the entire sky. Inside it are your spiritual upgrades, wisdom, clarity, renewed strength, heightened intuition, deep inner peace, and a magnetism that attracts blessing after blessing. These upgrades prepare you for the abundance that has already been released. Heaven does not give great blessings to unprepared hands. But your hands are ready now. Your spirit is ready now. Your destiny is ready now. Stay for the final words. They carry the seal. Archangel Michael raises his sword to the sky and declares, the chosen one has arrived at the threshold. Nothing can stop what belongs to them. The blessing is moving. The abundance is active. The release is complete. You feel a rush through your spirit, a confirmation, a shift. It is done. 10 December is not just your date of release, it is the opening of your new era. You are stepping into overflow. You are stepping into restoration. You are stepping into divine fulfillment. Stay till the very last line. Your spirit is sealing the blessing right now. And here is the final truth. Something huge has not only been waiting for you, it has begun.